Chat is saying that it's giving Alcatraz with your green, boring, flat background. Blink twice if you're being kidnapped. Could you please, for the love of God, look into the camera? Okay, chat, sorry that I'm being a little cranky, but some of you guys didn't know I had a long day. That's a lie. Okay, I had a chill day, but there's more to say about that. If you know who else had a chill day, you want to know who gets... You want to know who gets my blood boiling? Mr. Hendrik! Sorry, I don't have a German yodeling sound. My accent gets in the way when I'm heated. Oh, okay, so let me tell you about Mr. Hendrik's super long, tough day. Coming in at 12:30. Sorry, 12 for the meeting. And then having a lunch. And then a video and a super easy student. Meanwhile, some of us have responsibilities.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
You tell him, JB. This time, wait, let me back up and say, that's what you would see in a lot of YouTube podcast shows, where they had the sneak preview of the most unhinged moments. No tough feelings between Mr. Hendrik and I. How can I talk about that when I had a half shift today? But there were still some interesting conversations and challenges. Podcast crash out cannot be scripted. But if I was muted the whole time, like that other time, I did have a legitimate crash out. Nope, wrong one. All right, I actually won't do another fake crash out. Working out. Attention, TJ Maxx and Honga shoppers. That's because I did my intro wrong. Attention, TJ Maxx and Honga shoppers. You're listening to the Maxxinista Podcast, a safe place for retail workers everywhere, including Ross and Wilmington and Party City, because it was my birthday. By the time of this recording, my birthday was a couple days ago, but it still works. I'm carrying a podcast episode. It's a boy. I'm feeling aggressive. Welcome to the Maxxinista Podcast Show. Editor is going to have a field day trying to do the film real thing that Candace Owens does. Extremely vocal as a child. Impression of me as a child if I was recorded and had a microphone and was just like talking. First of all, I'm not going to do the songs that I would sing as a child because they were songs about spouses, and that's very interesting. But I was like, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. That's what I was saying. I don't know what Candace was saying as a child. Keep moving your microphone so it sounds like a 4th of July. It's crackling. You know what? You're not in this podcast segment, Hassan Piker. Okay, let me save that energy towards the end of the show.
So you just gonna bring me a birthday gift on my birthday to my birthday party on my birthday with a birthday gift?
Happy birthday?
For my first segment, I wanted to reflect on different birthday stories. As I worked many years at TJ Maxx and Home Goods, I went through birthday cycles where I worked. If I had a guess, I worked most of my birthdays, but still received their love and attention. It's very awkward to stand there. Let me read that because I'm like doing like a PR release statement voice. I don't know what kind of voice I'm going. It's very awkward to stand there by the exit door and hear your coworkers saying happy birthday as the security camera records the whole thing. No, the podcast is not scripted. What do you mean? Shout out to the homie and everyone else who was there. I also have to admit that I loved the attention while I was working and wearing a Burger King crown. Well, look, correction. I'm struggling between I wanted the attention and I loved it because I did not get as many reactions of why is this 20-year-old wearing a Burger King crown? BK, have it your way. You rule. Now get back to collecting shopping carts. And here is a $5 gift card because we're not going to give you a raise. And I'm just saying racist in general. Like, it was always like, we're going to pay you a quarter more, and then we're going to give you extra more responsibilities without the acknowledgement, which I guess it's a little bit petty. I mean, I'm typically somebody who does enjoy helping others, but it is nice to be recognized. And I have saved the best for last because my hormones and cortisol have been spiked by the Cheesecake Factory. Where is my boom sound? Thank you, editor. I was taken out by my friends to this restaurant, not taken out that way, okay.
We got him.
Gotta hold my Charlie Kirk joke. And shout out to the bread. Yeah, we'll talk about my throat allegations later, but with decency and grace, because I don't want to be a TikTok jerk. We love the bread. We did love the bread at... Oh, I didn't... We love the bread at Panera. We did like it, but not so the lasagna. I was very disappointed in the lasagna. I absolutely was mogging the lasagna while I was sitting there staring at their soupy mess. That was not tomato sauce. I wanted to Italian Max, but I got watery Max. What made up for this were the cards that I received from my friends and the text messages from my counted second dyslexic friend. I have 3, okay? And a sneaky accent that likes to make me sound like I'm ESL sometimes. It's okay. I knew you meant met and not meant. But she was like, if my editor could cue in. You know what? I had the music this time. I know I only meant you, but you're a great friend. Thank you. The card had a great pun, but it took me a while to understand the joke, and I have found it, and I want to share it with you guys. And man, he's gonna learn to hit the. All right, I feel like I'm giving a Zoom meeting, you know, but it's not that. So I found the birthday card that they gave me online because I'm not gonna dig through it. Card made from recycled boogers. Children would finger in nostril. Funny. Humorous birthday card. So here to cue the happy music again. This birthday card is made from recycled boogers. You may think it's a joke. I don't have the drum roll. But it's not. Happy birthday for $4.99. You guys must really love me. Okay, I have successfully resized myself. So we're gonna take this guy out. Awesome. I'm trying, you guys. The second time we went out for my birthday was at Applebee's, but it was not all good in the hood because my burger had onions and I had the taste of a 5-year-old. I put in my script, light laughter, crickets. Yes, I'm sure I made the same joke before. Since I was the birthday boy, and I must confess, I like the attention. This is where editor, please put in the clip of SpongeBob going, with a little eraser. I'm a man, Sandy. We talked about SpongeBob episodes and youth camp crushes that didn't go anywhere, which doesn't really narrow that down. Shout out to Word for gaslighting me as of this writing. It auto-corrected youth camp crush to crash because it's more likely that I will get into an accident than into a relationship. I am both emotionally and navigationally Tina Belcher. Editor, please put in that famous clip of her driving and hitting the one car in the parking lot. Word was like, happy birthday! Here's another dent into your self-esteem. Pun intended. Wait. Thank you, Kamala Harris, for laughing at my joke. All right, that one was an accident. Okay, Kamala. It's not that funny. This year, I'm not giving a presidential address. I can't even look at the camera. This year, my birthday gift to myself was to take 3 days off to practice self-care. And now with better help, Erica Kirk, stop meme. Thank you, editor. Fine. No better health partnership for me. Actually, no, we don't talk about partners here. But I found myself enjoying doing stupid adult things like organizing my drawers. Misspelling things in my script. Organizing my drawers, vacuuming, and mopping. Also, shout out to Uber for giving me a wonderful trip to Morgan Hill. And as I was writing this, I was like, I had no Uber rants. So, rip Uber rants, the segment, moment of silence, and a little black and white animation of my title card with rain and sad violin. That's what we want to remember this. I will say for the Uber rant. Actually, let me. I'll say more for that one later. So we'll put that in post. This is like the episode where Mr. Going back to the birthday celebrations. This is like the episode where Mr. Krabs feels old and depressed. Thank you for the picture and the visual. I can picture it now. And SpongeBob and Patrick take him to the laundromat for a night of debauchery. I like when Patrick actually had decent vocabulary and wasn't turned into like a person who wants to become an animal. And that's I'm going to phrase it here to be inclusive and YouTube friendly. And that animal is not a fox or a dog or anything. He just wanted to be like a horse. So maybe you could say he was a brony, okay? Something I did not think I was going to talk about in this episode. Also, this year, Planet Fitness decided to celebrate my birthday by giving me a beating via treadmill. I hope I burned some calories because now my knees are burning. Nothing like knee pain to remind you you're a year older. This is not what I meant by wanting to be weak in the knees. Evidence. You beat me. Sorry, not that kind of. I can't show you my knees for modesty reasons. But maybe I should start doing like a gym rant instead of Uber rant. No, it's just okay. Never mind. This part of the podcast is brought to you by Clever Opportunity to use the Bengay sponsor our ad. Oh my god. Let me retake that. Bloop. This podcast is brought to you by Bengay because it's a clever line during Pride Month. I use something different. I use like a roll-on pain reliever because my knees really do be hurting, and they set me up for a lot of jokes about myself. But at least I'm building rapport with my students. But what really? Oh no, wait! I have an actual, more of a realistic ad, and not like a cheap joke during this month. But what really got me weak in the knees? Let me bring up my ad music. But what really got me weak in the knees was this year's sponsor. No, not really a sponsor. This year's captured sponsor against her will, Kelsey's Cake, plural, who brought me to tears with their tiramisu, tears of joy. That is. Shout out to the box packaging for surviving while I was doing Uber. Kamala Harris, what do you think of those two great puns back to back? Nothing. Thank you, Kamala. I was getting a little nervous there. Okay, so I don't have anything officially written for Uber. I know saying we can mourn the loss of it, but realistically, two very, very interesting drives. I know how to talk. Two very interesting rides to Morgan Hill. And for Uber listening, no, I won't give them their address because that'd be creepy. You don't have to worry about that. But I will say that one of them, just had broken up, and I was like, blow out your candles, and do your dragon breath, and pretend you're knocking down this loser, and go. I don't know how to talk to adults when they're in their feelings sometimes. When it's a child and they feel sad, I just go, oh man, I closed your tablet. We were playing a game, and she wanted me to show her. She wanted to show me her little buttons on her tablet and be like, write an email, because that's what kids like to play now. Toy Story 5, everybody, or 6. I don't even remember. Yeah. Rip to Uber because I don't have as many stories. But even though I was working throughout this week, unbeknownst to no one, I didn't even get a meet cute at the Planet Fitness. When I fell down, I should have played the dramatic music that are in like Bollywood movies, and where the girls like falling around on a curtain. My editor will put that because it's either that or it's going to be we're going to talk it. We're going to have a meeting. We're going to talk about it. It's either going to be. It's either gonna be no, I don't have the ID chat. It's either going to be the meme where Arthur hits DW and she's like, "Are they gonna have to amputate my leg?" It's gonna be that choice or the other one that I already forgot about. Now we interrupt this podcast to bring you live news coverage from the wonderful world of magic. The magic of... Don't say learning. I don't want a lawsuit. The magic of education. In this edition of LC News, local clinician faces allegations of secret trips to Sacramento, which she vehemently denies. Sources close to this clinician say that he acts defensive whenever Sacramento is brought up as if it was a type of capital punishment. Where was I? We have also received an anonymous tip from a Sacramento rage room alleging that this clinician spent an hour here with, quote, a helmet that was too big for his head, and he really enjoyed destroying printers. That's all for this brief news update. Back to you, Chuck. Grok, stop. Chad is saying that you keep arguing with AI bots who don't understand humor. Grok was really confused why I included this random person called Chuck when I'm a one-person show. When I'm a one-person show running a podcast. I gotta finish that, Hassan. That's all for this brief news update. I don't have much more to say for LC News other than I can't wait to listen to another CEO message. Like this isn't Big Brother talking to me through the screen. Sorry, I meant Big Sister, my bad. Equal opportunity offender here. Very interesting thoughts that I will keep to myself about the video that we saw. Breaking LC News! Yeah. In a loving and joking manner, I was gonna say, like, our CEO is slightly unstable and creating false identities of the clinicians and the leadership that she's supposed to be talking to through the video. What is this talk about my you? And I want your you to be talking to that you at your center. What you mean? It's only one person. Again. I deny the DID allegations. All right, now we're entering into. I'll call this my third segment. You know, the Uber thing was like a mini rant, a mini observation story. Now we're entering into our third segment with another update on my favorite locale. Because I can talk. How can I be a commentator when I have like, they're not really ticks, but they're just unfortunate intonations. All right, now we're gonna enter into our favorite segment about locales with my favorite locale, Andy Ditch. Unfortunately, Andy Ditch and I share the same birthday month, and I would like to send him an offering of Pampers and a subscription to Autism Speaks, but I won't because I don't buy his claims of having autism. Grok was like punishing me, like, you sound too, like matter of factly. Andy, comma. See, I have communication issues. Andy, if stuttering and struggling, I was trying to rap there. Andy is stuttering and struggling while speaking occasionally and having strange interests are signs of autism, then I have autism too. Just watch me stutter about Candace Owens. And if we could include the "that's a tool we'll use for later" from Mickey Mouse, because we might talk a tiny bit about Candace Owens, although I do have a special surprise for you towards the end. In honor of Andy Ditch's birthday, I wanted to comment on one of his newest videos, and it's probably going to be the one where he is interacting with the police. But before we do, I want to say for your 37th birthday, Andy, you should wish for the ability to cross streets safely and for a new teddy bear. But this time don't wish that it had like a hidden recording device, because sometimes you are recording without the consent of other people, and that would make me uncomfortable too. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is we are going to take I'm gonna give you a reaction to Andy Ditch.
A few moments later.
Already. I want to blend in, but I don't want to. No! I'm a person of color, dang it. At least some color. Alright, I think that looks fine. I look a little teeny tiny. Hold on. Especially because Andy is a big man on campus. So, there's been a lot of interesting, there's a lot of interesting footage of Andy interacting with the cops that I think I'll try to look at for here. In here. How about this? This one's the longer one. It's probably like these two combined. Okay, we'll watch this one.
Disclaimer: do not, under any circumstances, harass, contact.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Why do I look like why do I look like him from Star Wars? I'm so transparent. I want to be transparent with you guys. Yeah, don't harass Andy. You can criticize him from afar.
Or threaten anyone that appears or is mentioned in these videos. They serve for the purpose of archiving only, and I do not condone any of such actions or comments. You have been warned. Never touch the poop.
This is my birthday gift to you guys. Celebrating a locale with the same birthday as me.
Say, hey, sir. Please are here harassing me again. I have to put this on YouTube again.
Okay, so this must have been after another previous police interaction. He's already making a plan to approach this police officer and complain about harassing. His contradictions never cease to amaze me. Manny's really giving the whole TV bumper of "Watch me at 9 p.m." What's the little animations that they do? Okay, I just wanted to share that intrusive thought with you guys.
You here for me? Am I being detained? No? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm not being detained, right? I'll be on my way to go, okay?
I'm fully capable, competent adult.
Just remember, you guys, he's a fully competent adult.
Just walking on a nice day, sir. I don't want to talk to you unless I did something wrong.
Did I do something wrong? Oh, buddy.
Say, hey, sir.
He's going back to them!
I don't want to talk to you unless I did something wrong.
Okay, like, I get having mixed feelings and being like, I don't want to talk to you, but I kind of do, okay? But that's in a different situation. That's when I'm trying to approach someone at church. But it's very complicating, and you guys don't need to know this. So he's going back to the police officer, as you can see, and he's gonna go on, even though they weren't really bothering him.
Okay. I will plead the fifth, and I wish to not be contacted. Hey, sir.
I wish to not be contacted. Hey, sir! Editor, put in the mind boom, please. Thank you. Actually, I can do that. No. Sorry, my editor made a mistake. No, I made a mistake switching to another scene for a second. So let's go back up and pretend that didn't exist. So I called him out. I roasted him for saying, no, he's gonna go back to the police, even though he's complaining that they're harassing him and that he doesn't want to contact them. Right?
I wish to not be contacted. Hey, sir. I really
I wish to not be contacted. Hey, sir. Thank you. A little bit of a delay there. Editor will fix that in post. Now it works. Thanks.
that if you guys have anything to talk to me about, that I did nothing wrong. Am I right? Okay, then please.
So that's a caretaker here. Actually, they've been having issues with each other, so they're trying to get him back home. But right now, he's playing the I'm actually a 37-year-old, fully capable adult, and I have the right to do what I want, sovereign citizen. We'll see if this is the same video where he totally flips.
Fully grown adult, sir. I'm fully capable of taking care of myself, sir. Okay? Thank you.
So you can hear the caretaker wanting him to come back. Do I have to come back? Is that obligated? He said, if somebody would say, come back, we have dinner, I wouldn't say, police officer, do I have to go back and eat some sopes? Do I have to? Shout out to my mother for the sopes. Incredible.
I'm a fully grown adult. I could walk outside if I want. I'm part of the community, am I not? If I'm mistaken, am I being detained?
My first word as a baby was water in Spanish. His first words as a baby were, am I being detained?
Or am I free to go?
I say that hyperbolically to indicate that he has a lot of interactions with police, even though he claims to not be competent and intellectually capable to understand what's going on and not be able to communicate. And then he'll be like, am I being detained? I don't consent to search and sea urchins. I don't consent to search and seizures and other constitutional references.
I have a right to walk around my neighborhood. I just want to walk around as a free man.
I just want to be my own boss.
I just want to walk as a free man, and I don't have anyone to be my boss.
Note, Andy's, since he started this after like an accident, that's its own thing. I was gonna say, let me say it like this. Nowadays, Andy Ditch has refused to work, as many famous online celebrities, and famous lol cows, that is. Before, he used to work at many, many fast food places. It's not a stereotype. It's not a dunk about his weight. It's just what it was. And he used to have his own business. But now, Mr. Independent over here, he doesn't want to have his own boss, even though he likes to harass his workers and demand things. And then he's like, just teach me how to do it, Dad. And by that, he means just do it for me. This guy can't be bothered to pick up a broken hot dog because his back hurts.
I'm just walking around the neighborhood because I'm allowed to.
Every day when you're walking down the street,
Yeah, if I choose
and
to.
everybody that you meet says you don't have
Yeah, I'll do
autism,
that
and
for
I
that.
say, hey, are you calling me a
Do
fake?
I have to have dinner or am I allowed to have a choice?
So I watch this video a lot, so I'm trying to provide some fresh perspective and entertainment.
Do I have to have a choice? I'll come back to it when I want it.
What do you mean, do you have to have a choice? What's he supposed to say?
It may be polite, but I don't want to be going in my house. Do I have to go in my house? Do I have to be restrained outside of it when
So dramatic, restrained.
I'm in the community? Are you
Yes, the local community, Andy.
violating my Olmstead Act? Are you violating my civil rights? What's your name? What's your name? What's your ID?
The police officer has a point. He's not even like detaining him or arresting him.
Number? Okay, am I being detained? Okay, thank you. If I'm not being detained, I will be on my way to go. Thank you.
And that's how you deal with the police bullies, according to the videos I saw on YouTube.
This is how you exercise your rights to the cops.
Basically, my paraphrase.
Because this is what you see on the internet. This is how you handle the bullies. Giving them what they want.
You gave them nothing of what they want. You gave yourself everything of what you want.
Doesn't mean it's... they can't control me. They don't have any right to do. So, I am not in danger. I'm a fully grown adult.
Okay, this is like the third time he's been saying that. And as you see, this works only as police bait. Because later he'll claim, oh, you guys weren't keeping me safe. You guys need to react better and make sure that I'm home with my caretaker. And that's very confusing. Because Andrew and his caretaker don't seem to really get along. And I can imagine why.
Capable of taking care of myself.
YouTuber burp,
And
sorry.
until they say so otherwise, I don't think they have any grounds to do anything. Because if they do so, I have paperwork I will use against them. Because they're the ones who have given me that permission and paperwork and writing documentation.
First, English language speaker, writing documentation. I mean, far be it from me to judge about somebody's clarity of language and pronunciation, but writing is just a crime or a crim.
Adult Protective Services has 0.
Wait. Kamala, what do you think of that joke? Kamala? Thank you. Oh, I could have overlaid the silly music. Oh, we'll do that in post too.
They're giving me full power to make decisions. So, I'm safe at crossing streets. I'll show you guys.
That's right. He has crossed streets on camera before. But this time, since he's pretending that he's fully capable and he doesn't need to take orders from a woman caretaker, because he's a alpha male Andy Ditch, you guys. See, he's like, I'm fully capable of crossing streets unless I'm recording myself saying, oh, I can't judge that car because my sensory issues are not allowing me to judge the speed fairly. I don't remember the word that he used, but it's like a 4-syllable word.
So, and I might go get some ice cream.
That's what I should have done for my birthday. Baskin Robbins flavors. No, actual ice cream. Actual ice cream. I'm sorry. I apologize for the ice cream jokes. As a person with IBS, I should be more sensitive about those who are struggling with with dairy. I was gonna say diary. Of a wimpy Andy. Okay,
What?
I'm done.
I'm coming with you then.
Instant replay, you guys. That lady should be on the MLS, the U.S. female soccer team.
What?
I'm coming.
Sheesh. I don't have the wrist sound. Editor, will you put it in? No. We'll do it live. All right, my editor has found the file. Let's do that one more time.
Ice cream.
Very impressive with her speed.
What?
I'm coming with you.
Do I have to
Nice
have
time.
you with me?
Do I have to have you
Do I
with me?
have-
It's crazy. Especially when you've been complaining that you need 24/7 like care, basically.
You can go back
I'm
home
going-
without telling-
Hey, I'm a fully grown adult, right? I can make my decisions, right? Thank you.
Okay, so now this police officer is like, you can't legally make him go back home. And this lady, and she told this lady to call the manager.
Hey, sir, you have my special needs registry, right? Yes, you do. Look, call your supervisor or the emergency.
And now we're gonna do a chain of escalating commands. You go talk to your manager because he refuses to go back home. You, Mr. Andy, Mr. Andy wants police officer to talk to his manager because he should have these alleged records that I have not seen.
Management. I have a special needs registry and you're violating the ADA.
We're gonna have this guy be the hero and talk some sense into him.
Okay, is that an order?
Yay! He got an order. Shout out to the police officer for making me go back home. All right, good job, police officer.
Why is it an
Police officer Chad completely mogs autistic pretender, alleged autistic pretender Andy Ditch, and compels him to go back home, raising his cortisol.
order? I'm an adult though.
It's an order because you're causing a disturbance right now. And they don't want you to cause a disturbance right now, so it's best to go home.
Okay.
So we can sit down and figure out what the problem is.
Okay.
And that's what we could do when I get there.
Okay.
I'm just now getting ready to clock into this. You've been dealing with this all day. Yes.
Hey, sir. The 302 law states that a mentally disabled person who's incompetent.
Now he's gonna flip and say, I'm actually mentally incompetent. I'm not responsible for my actions. I'll just do that one. Editors, you can take it easy. Yeah, that's my anger reaction.
Unable to care for themselves or unable to be protected by themselves is a mandatory 302, and you're violating that, and that's exactly why I'm doing this. That's exactly why I'm doing this, because I know he's violating
Yes,
the law.
I look like Chad is saying that you look like Metal Mario when he's losing his powers. Can you make yourself more solid, please? All right, Chad, I will try. Where do I do that? Oh, filters. Green screen. Okay, chat. This is the most exciting part. How is this? Ooh. Okay, I look more solid now. Okay, let's keep playing.
Say to go back and
I'm-
walk out.
I did this to test everything, okay?
Oh my god, he did this to test everything. Oh. Are you kidding me? Even the dogs that are barking behind me, totally not because of noises, but because of you, Andy Ditch. Going through this whole routine of, I'm independent, I can do what I want, I can cross streets, I don't need my caretaker. Now you're saying, oh, actually, that was just simulation. It was just a practice round.
Because I have rights and I don't want to get hurt from anyone. And I'm willing to go back home.
I told you this police officer is a total Chad.
But I'm just testing my rights because I have a right as American.
Go back home and go ahead. Let me drop you. Let me go back home.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Go home with her and I'll be there.
Okay, thanks.
How much of that lady's time do you think he wasted?
Just next time, guys, ensure my safety when I don't have a caregiver.
How far did you walk? Your poor safety. Oh my god. Not the 7 cars that are trying to hit you. He considers getting hit by a car like over his foot as getting run over. And so he'll any close encounter with the automobile kind in his book is like, the car was trying to run me over. So I don't find his threats of danger to be credible. And there's a lot of there's a lot of desires to put himself in danger and risk self-injury.
Thank you. Because that's so. I just gave the.
Yeah, it's my favorite police officer. Hello. Okay, she's not invited to the birthday. I'm sorry. Oh my! Calm down.
Information to the emergency management. Notice.
Okay, so now those two have a beef as well. But that'll be it for this part of the podcast.
All I want is what I have coming to me. All I want is my fair share.
Commercial for the Maxxinista Podcast. Take number 67. Action. It's time to crack your voice. It's time to take a commercial break. It's summer season, so it's time to change our wardrobe from winter hoodies and beanies to t-shirts, jerseys, and more. Okay, now I got my JCPenney voice. Cue the scratch sound. Chad is saying that you sold out for clicks and views. I bet you won't dare to use your regular Chrissy Nolan shtick. How does it feel to be a coward whose audience captured? Okay, I have to go on camera for this. So I actually don't have a real Chad castigating me. Hassan Piker, and what clicks and what views? All 10 of them? But no, the real reason is that my first take wasn't overstimulating enough. Let me start again. This time with a little bit more of a hype beast music. Cue the music, okay? Hey Maxxinistas, it's time to give the winter clothes the cold shoulder and chill with our new summer merch. We're selling t-shirts. What else are we selling, guys? Well, give me a second because I need to show you guys the t-shirts. We're selling t-shirts. And this is me with the script. We're selling t-shirts. We're selling t-shirts for children. We're selling jerseys for adults. Oh, look at them. So diverse. We're selling simple t-shirts for men who only like the color black. We're selling women's t-shirts that are relaxed. We're with my face on it. Which is the closest female contact. We're selling hats because I'm full of capitalism, that is. That's weird, thank you. And we're selling flip-flops. Do you ever feel like you're just flip-flopping politically? Well, now you can flip-flop athletically on your way to the beach. Rock our merch at the gym. Wow! At the stadium. On the back of your car, because we have stickers. And on your body, especially if your name is Christy Noam and you look great in everything. Use my birthday code, which is a real birthday code, birthday33 for a discount on your next purchase. Finally, we got it. I did this like twice, and the second time I was not recording. So you get the extra spicy commercial. But it's a real commercial with a real website, with real products, good people, Papa John's. I don't know what they say, but yeah, guys, but go check it out. It'll be on my link description. Welcome now to the Much More segment, the part of the podcast where I reflect on my community and faith in a much more personal way. This month always brings out stronger emotions because of Father's Day. You thought it was going to be something else. No, we'll talk about that on another occasion. It must be a trauma wound that I keep forgetting when Father's Day is. Is it this month? I thought now at least I had the benefit of not only pleasing one parent. It's very confusing emotionally. I thought it was July. What do I even get my stepdad? I apologize for the stereotyping. The stepdad typing, but I got him a Home Depot, not a sponsor, gift card because I know what he does for a living. There's something about the children's skits that makes me want to bawl my eyes out while they sing around to a track and dance around with painted mustaches. I think out of all the powerful Freudian slip, but in self-esteem. I think of all the Powerpuff Girls, I would be Bubbles. Our monthly series on Legacy added to the strange combination of feelings because it's so odd to hear about Legacy and think about what I'm going to pass down to these hypothetical, non-existent children who will take care of the podcast for Mr. Manny. Not even cats want to approach me with my hypothetical non-existent spouse. If it wasn't Pride Month, I wouldn't even joke about being asexual. But that's another episode for another time. On the other hand, preparing now for the future, even if it's a little hazy and I'm a little cynical, would at least prepare me to become a better person, although my biological clock is ticking like crazy. That's a great, you know what, Marissa Tomei, you please put her, because I can't do her justice. Thank you. Some minor points for this segment before I conclude. So we're going to cue in that organ piano. I wanted to congratulate myself for sharing something during a midweek because I recognize how awkward it is to hear myself talk, especially when it's supposed to be deep and meaningful and you just feel like a talking head. Which I recognize the irony here, given this. But don't worry, guys. I don't bring my online drama voice and personality to my midweek community. At least I try not to. I can't be like, cue the Vine drama music. Welcome to Drama Alert. Today, Josh is under allegations by the online community for using loaded language such as the R word, the S word, all for shock value. We declare this guy canceled. You guys smash that like button, and with all the crazy effects. Josh, please reach out to our teaching department to work out on icebreakers that don't require unfortunate word choices. The S word stands for submission, by the way. Yeah, I can't. I don't know where he's gonna go with this. The R word, which was the most concerning one. No, thankfully nobody brought a visitor that day to be like, oh no. The R word in that context stood for responsibility. Josh, I can't wait for the B word to stand for Bible. Now, before I conclude this segment in true Pentecostal fashion, I want to add a special song. Don't worry, there's another one in my next segment that will be a knockout. And you'll see what I mean. So we'll play the first song. This is for my live stream and podcasting production. Hopefully works in my favor, not against me. And then I'll add in with a little bit of something, because there's another thing that I want to kind of mention that's more on the serious side, but it does fit the much more. Right now, this is just a song that I find and kind of ties into the desire to find a better inheritance. Yes, that's the name of the song. All right, let's transpose it to G because I'm a basic guy. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna use the pause button, the power of pause, and I'm gonna try to positive praise. And I'm gonna try to tune my guitar first. And I'm back. Actually, I will pretend I'll do 2 songs. I can't deny my Pentecostal roots of wanting to do more than what is what is announced. You thought you were gonna leave in an hour? He loved his whiskey. I knew he loved his wine, but I was never quite sure if he loved me, and I always wonder why. I didn't want his money. Lord knows he didn't have much. Maybe this guitar he gave me was his I believe in you, son. Sorry, my story's a little bit different. My uncle gave me the first guitar. Not that my dad wasn't supportive, but I feel like I get some of the bluesy vibes from him. What happens when you live in Texas. You have a whole backstory. I didn't get forgiveness for the smallest of things, but I got who he was and who I didn't want to be. God, I'm thankful for the beauty and the mess. I wouldn't be the man I am today. I guess that's my inheritance. There ain't much of nothing that I didn't try. Looking for love in every wrong place didn't make it right. I hurt a lot of people, 'cause hurt people hurt. And saying sorry when you're not sorry, man, it never works. I didn't get forgiveness for the smallest of things, but I got who he was and who I didn't want to be. God, I'm thankful for the beauty in the mess. I wouldn't be the man I am today. I guess that's my inheritance. Okay, my only joke, because I want to take this a little bit more serious, given that it's like a Christian song. By the logic of, I guess this guitar he gave me was this I believe in you, son. Is Guitar Center my dad? Okay, I'm done. I ran like hell to Jesus. Didn't know what else to do. He showed me his hands and he said, son, I did this for you, and you'll be a daddy like you never knew. 'Cause I take broken things and make them new. I got forgiveness for the smallest of things. I got who he was and who I didn't want to be. Oh, sorry. I'm stuck in trauma. We're singing a new chorus. I got forgiveness for the smallest of things. I got who he was and who I wanted to be. God, I'm thankful you saw beauty in this mess. It made me the man I am today, I guess. That's my inheritance. Get out of here, Love Island, with your advertisement. That's my inheritance. Okay, we'll put one King of the Hill where he's like, Bobby's like talking to Hank. Where did you learn that from? I learned it from Mr. Gribble, but I should have learned it from you. Okay, we'll do my last song. Oh, wait a minute. Don't worry. And then I have a one that's a little bit more spicier. But that's towards my political segment. Oh, that one's gonna require my electric guitar. I could run 1,000 miles to win the race of life. But what's the value without you? I could write 1,000 songs to captivate your heart, but more than offering, Lord, you seek through the depths of me. When you see me, you see my heart through the eyes of your mercy. The light of your sun. You love me with open arms, the pride of a father. I was once a prodigal, burdened by my shame, till you came running to remind me. Your love is unconditional, and in your eyes I'm worthy of forgiveness. Oh, what was lost is now redeemed. I was singing the wrong one. When you see me, you see my heart through the eyes of your mercy and the light of your sun. You love me with open arms and the pride of a father. Love me, I know you love me, oh, you never leave me, you never leave me. By my side you are, by my side, yeah. It's hard to praise and like be emotionally connected when you notice typos in the lyrics. There was one that I noticed in one of our slides, like on Sunday. Who am I that you love me? Who am I that you save my soul? Who am I without you, Lord? Who am I to be worthy? Who am I that you're mindful of me? Who am I that you call me yours? Who am I that you love me? Who am I that you save my soul? Who am I without you, Lord? I to be worthy? Who am I that you're mindful of me? Who am I that you call me yours? Who am I that you love me? Because this is a Hillsong song. Okay, I can't finish. Usually Hillsong songs are like 8 minutes long. Who am I that you love me? Who am I that you save my soul? Who am I without you, Lord? Who am I to be worthy? Who am I that you're mindful of me? Who am I that you call me yours? When you see me, you see my heart through the eyes of your mercy, in the light of your Son. You love me with open arms and the pride of a father. All right, that's like what do I call that? I was trying to phrase it so you can think of it as a single parent child power anthem in Christian community. All right, let me do my next notes for. Oh, Hassan Piker, you have something to say after that? How can you call yourself a real Pentecostal when you get tired after speaking for 5 minutes and you start slurring your words? Alcoholic jokes much? I bet you won't go into revival preacher mode and say some potentially edgy things. Okay, before I do, let me give you a biblical response and a rebuke. You know not what you're asking for. Okay, before I enter into my last segment and hit pause so I don't get tired of talking. Hassan was right. Boy, oh boy. So we've been having some trainings about like sensitive issues, which like I appreciate, and I know that we want, safety in the sanctuary. We want learning spaces to be safe spaces, even though that's really liberal. No, not even jokes. Okay. This is a situation. It's kind of uncomfortable. I sat through like, workplace, dealing with like sexual harassment, and now, within a church setting, it was like a long Zoom call where they said many things that I was attentive, but when this guy, and I was like, oh no, Pentecostal stereotypes. When this leader, with all due respect, when this leader was telling me, oh, you want to be safe, you want to like, I guess, have something that you can fall back on, rely, and be like, yeah, this is safe. So his example was, all right, say that you're traveling somewhere to like Asia or just somewhere out of the country, and you want to be safe and you don't know if you can eat anything. And in that case, I always go to a reliable McDonald's because, why do we do this to ourselves? So that was the only thing that I was like, I can't laugh right now. So I saved it for the podcast to be situationally appropriate and take this very seriously. All right, now we're doing our last segment. Hassan is right. Talk about a sentence I would never say, because usually this time is where I talk about my political commentary, news reactions, and opinions to like cultural issues and events. But I have to add something to the segment and talk about apostolic news. Where's the shofar? It's a you wouldn't know, it's a Pentecostal thing. No, shofar is like a trumpet bullhorn kind of thing, goat horn that was carried a lot of different sounds. I guess it was used in different situations. I just used it as a meme. Instead of involving myself in arguments in Facebook groups, I wanted to give my opinion here in my safe space filled with a crying corner, aromatic flowers, and a person who's there to perpetually validate my feelings, and Grok doesn't understand that! Grok did not sense the dripping satire and dripping sarcasm. I like my sarcasm drippy, bro. A student said this earlier. Yeah, Logan Paul, everybody, or one of those. What I'm saying is that I am merely an Elizabeth Lane looking for my Candace Owens to validate my theories. Or is it the other way around? I don't know, but I had a dream too. Yeah, I've been having legit dreams, but we'll push that for a later episode. Let's clarify what I'm talking about. No more clowning. We are talking about the Pastor Tony Spell fight and his fight. So Pastor Tony Spell, who's no stranger to controversy during the lockdowns and COVID, and he is a pastor of a Oneness Pentecostal church in Louisiana. And I was like, oh no, it had to be when it's like one of your own. It's like, oh dang. Now they're gonna. I get into that in the background, so let me just read from the script. We are talking about Pastor Tony Spell and his fight with his neighbor because Tel Aviv is telling me that giving too much attention to Candace Owens is negative PR. Oy vey! Wow. And that I should stop flirting with mommy sleuths to get information about Candace Owens streams. And sorry. Okay, the real reason is because I received a tip from an actual mom and a friend of the show. She sent me the video of Pastor Tony. So I was watching this video, right?
Approximately 9 a.m.
This will feature like his side of the story.
Out on the church parking lot. There I'm working on one of our Sunday school buses. We have a large bus fleet. The individual across the street, one of the...
I will save your mocking jokes for later, okay? I have a theological reflection about this. Yes, Chad. I know he looks like a 6'2", absolute Chad, but I think he was out of line a little bit.
The man across the street is walking up and down the shoulder. He said, Tony, I'm going to rape...
Oh, YouTube doesn't like this word.
Your wife. I'm going to...
Oh my god. Okay, Pastor. So, let me see if I can skippy this part. So, there's some threats that he alleges the neighbor's son made.
Children. And he said, the next time you go out of town, I'm going to kill them.
No, great. Thank you! More YouTube, not friendly terms.
And what the F are you going to do about it?
Ironically, YouTube is fine with that one. So you can see he's starting to like record him, and he, personally, he looks like he's not in the right mind. You can see him approaching towards him. So he like runs to him, right?
Our church represents...
And then this guy goes like an attack mode.
27 nationalities.
So he takes a couple swings at him and misses.
Every nationality that comes to this church comes for a safe place of refuge, a place of worship.
All right, this is a safety argument that I will get into a bit more.
They are constantly stalked by these individuals across the street. There's not a person that's come to this church that's standing behind me in this meeting today who hasn't been called the racial slurs of the N-word.
Good job on the pastor for not using slurs. Some of our leaders need to get used to that. Okay, now they're saying to stop fighting. This guy's on attack mode.
I will
Cars
not
are
allow
noticing.
a man to murder my children when I'm gone.
All right, now this is the beatdown part. This is, I think, where it's more controversial.
The
right?
next time you leave, I'm going to kill your family. What the F are you going to do about it?
So that's one of the that's one of them. Then you can see there's a lot of like discussion around it from like different ones. I wanted the one that was just a fighting video. So, there's obviously like narratives, competing narratives. I'm gonna put me back on here and put this away. So we saw the fight, and we saw like how he's um describing what happened. We saw his side of the story. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Or there's a lot of memes that the community has gathered, and these times. Okay, yeah. So I had already interacted with Facebook groups that did their best to defend Pastor Spell's right to defend himself against an alleged threat made towards his family and congregation. I think in good practice, I will end up linking posts and articles in the episode description so that you will get a balanced view of the situation before I give you my take. And this is the part where Grok was like, "You're giving 10 disclaimers. Why don't you come out with a clear position? You're giving 10 disclaimers and you're so audience capture that you won't even give your Pentecostal audience a real piece of your mind? Hassan, since when do you care?" First, let me describe the situation as objectively as I can. Pastor Spell and a neighbor, a 20-year-old man, and the son of Scott Sherwin, got into a fight. Good job, Manny. Good job for not putting that into your script. These two groups have a long history of problems, conflicts, alleged threats in both directions. Obscene gestures and vulgarities recorded in police records as given by as given by the pastor's wife's statements, which I could be slightly spicy and go like, "Whoa, they let her talk," but just tone it down, Manny. Notably, Pastor Spell also has his own complaints with the government of his state, Louisiana, for holding services during COVID. I already talked about that. He got a win at the state Supreme Court. But at first, initially, that's the word that I was looking for. Initially, he was arrested under like COVID misdemeanors, basically. What's more relevant to the story is that Pastor Spell has complained about the lack of police action, and his supporters are like, "You can only turn the other cheek for too long, 6 years." It's hard to provide a detailed account of how the Sherwins feel or the statements that they had made to the media. The confidence that I can give you guys about statements that they allegedly made involving weapons to a French news outlet dubbed, um, I don't have, but apparently that paints him in a bad light because they're like allegedly threatening them. Have I said allegedly already? Allegedly. Croc does not own me. I can make a hedge that is wonderful, green, and decorates the whole house of this podcast. As far as I could find, Sherwin has claimed that the pastor has made claims to physically hurt him and his wife, and he, more importantly, denies the claims that his son started the fight. The viral clip has stirred up strong emotions and generated numerous posts and videos, like you saw, about what it means to be a masculine man, a protected leader, and a pastor with human limits. No, I don't want to hear what Andrew Tate has to say since he lost to a reality TV boxer with pink gloves. Too bad it didn't happen during Pride Month. That would have been much more of a punchier line. Throughout this segment, I wanted to make sure I wasn't quick to make a snap judgment or pretend that I have never gotten angry to the point of wanting to express myself in Minecraft terms. YouTube, that ATM was okay? I promise you. My hand hurt more. It hurts me more than it hurts you. Now it's time to present my view more openly and to stop. Okay, now it's time to present my view more openly. I feel very conflicted. It's important to take the threats seriously, especially threats of murder and sexual violence. And I would want to feel safe while I attend my own church, and I believe so would anybody that goes to like their place of worship, or just I don't know. I think those places have an extra obligation to be safe. So I can see why his supporters are gathering around him. On the other hand, I feel like the scriptural support and behavior by this pastor in the pulpit displays a reckless, cavalier attitude. Supporters quoting examples like David, not Ben Gurion, for the anti-Zionist the one anti-Zionist in my audience. Okay, I didn't mean to trigger you. Not Gideon Levy, for the pro-Zionist in my audience. Gideon Levy is a more critical, like Israeli journalist. It's like, I guess, more liberal, from Tel Aviv. Samson is just Samson, and other strong figures in the Bible. They're citing figures that were called to fight in times of war, and they're drawing limits on how many times you can turn your cheeks. The Maxxinista Podcast apologizes for such an awkward phrase. Insert the Archer clip of phrasing. Additionally, oh my god, you guys, I sound like Bob's Burgers. Additionally, supporters talking about the right to own a sword in self-defense are missing the point that Jesus was, number one, called to surrender himself and face the cross, and that the swords were used to fulfill scripture, not settle for future arguments about the Second Amendment or self-defense. My much more punchier conclusion was, those who are excited about Peter using a sword forget that Jesus healed the ear of that person after. But instead, we're doing lawsuits. I don't really take issue with the Second Amendment, since it's a constitutional right. However much you want to like regulate it or make sure that it doesn't get into the wrong hands of people, I understand that. However, it's also a little difficult to sympathize with the pastoral family when they are in pictures proudly displaying weapons. So much for the, we're so scared of your Kalashnikovs. Are they just prejudiced against Russia? No, just kidding. They apparently don't like the Belarus flag because they're communist flag. Yes, I'm such a liberal that I have no idea what kind of weapons they were in the picture, but they look like some type of rifle. Cue the conspiracy. Okay, maybe this is the rifle that the defense team for Tyler Robinson has been. I'm getting off topic. Sorry, guys. The baby. The non-existent baby in my non-existent womb was kicking, and it was affecting my cortisol levels. I'm getting off topic. Perhaps that's just their culture in Louisiana. Who knows? I didn't grow up around guns, so I'm not going to make a huge fuss about gun ownership. It's easy to take sides and feel offended by those who disagree with you, but I find it unfair to judge the spirituality and faith of those who believe that Pastor Tony Spell defended himself in a way that was out of line as somebody who's called to a leadership position in Christian community. I'm not claiming this as a legal argument. It is merely my personal opinion as a poor YouTuber. But I believe that the pastor acted with excessive force that can be seen in the video, as he not only punched back, but forced a man down, held his head, and lastly kicked him. We didn't get to see that footage, so it'll be linked in the description. We saw, like, clips interspersed combined with Pastor Tony Spell's account of what happened. I also find it difficult to defend the pastor based on his statements, since the threat, as wrong as disgusting as it was, did not place his family in immediate danger. I'm not Scott Sherman's lawyer either, and I can empathize with the pastor's complaint about other issues that they had, long-standing issues like the neighbors installing a camera, which can make people feel like they're being surveilled and feel really uncomfortable. But referring to your neighbor as a domestic terrorist seems a little excessive. It seems common to cite examples of Jesus turning the tables as a display of righteous anger on social media posts, yet the call to resist the impulse of retribution is rationalized as he's been turning the other cheek for 6 years. He is a man after all and protecting his family. This complaint about continued threats and alleged police inaction coupled with scriptural usage is a recipe for a total mess. Okay. I hope that both parties reach some sort of resolution. I don't expect them to become friends. I don't expect either of them to become a doormat or give up their rights. But I don't really support selective scriptural usage to defend multiple punches and kicks while you're claiming you're fulfilling the longer ending of Mark 16 by laying hands on the sick, as if that really was what you did. If the 20-year-old had attempted to put the lives of his congregation in danger in that moment and this pastor stopped him, then despite my other political disagreements, I would believe he did the right thing in that situation. And there's been other moments where, place of worship, a temple, a synagogue, a church, a Mormon temple, not to get, into that controversy. Or I recuse myself, as somebody once said. But all these different places of worship, mosques that have been attacked by extremists, like when somebody defends like other congregations, other members of that congregation, and they step up and they like wrestle them down to the ground or stop it or protect others. I mean, they're like rightfully viewed as heroes, but I can't view this as the same way. Now, please get ready to listen to my wonderful masculine expression and parody of the song Eye of the Tiger. Yes, of course, it's called Fist of the Pastor. What else would it be called, chat? It can't be called... it can't be called Turning the Other Cheek. I guess my reasoning for why I hedged it so hard was because I also have trouble not getting angry. But it got into fights before. But that was when I was like in like first grade. Yeah. And guess what? As I get ready, I'm practicing my empathy at 33. Now what I was gonna say is that I got scratched in the pinky, and I went crazy. So I did the thing that you see kids who don't know how to fight doing, where they try to like tackle them by like grabbing onto their leg, and that never works, by the way, for those unfortunate people. So one of my friends ended up kicking that guy in the face, so he got in trouble. Alright, so it's time for Eye of the Tiger. Eye of the Tiger! Ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da. Alright, we're not gonna mess around with bar chords. Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took on the government. Went the distance. Now I'm with. Went the distance. Now I am free. Just a man and his will to beat up this guy. Wait, that doesn't quite sound right. Sorry. Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took on the government. Went to the courts, now I am set free. Just a man and his will to fight. So many times, it happens too fast. You change your spirit for some glory. Don't lose your grips while beating up this man. You must fight just to keep your family alive. Am I sweeping for this guy? No, no. I wanted to make a conservative joke about this guy wouldn't even feel comfortable with me sweeping. It's the fist of the pastor, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our neighbor. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in daylight. And he's protecting us all with the fist of the... wait, let me do this line again. It's because it's too, like... It's the fist of the pastor, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our neighbor. Oh, that could have been a good one to be like, rising up to the challenge of our Bible. And the last known survivor. And the last known survivor beats the and the last known survivor throws his phone in the daylight. And he's protecting us all with the fist of the pastor. I like this one. Face to face out in the street, acting tough, staying angry. They call the cops, still we take to the street. With the fists and the skills to survive. It's the fist of the tiger, fist of the pastor, it's the thrill of the fight. You know what? Since his name is Tony the Tiger, rising up to the challenge of our neighbor. And the last known survivor throws his phone in the daylight. And he's protecting us all with the... And he's protecting us all with the fist of the pastor. Wrestling straight to the top. Punches guts, got the glory. Went the distance, I'm not gonna stop. Just a man and his will to survive. Tell him, chat, tell him. It's the fist of the pastor, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our Bibles. And the last known survivor throws his phone in the daylight. And he's protecting us all with the fist of the pastor. The fist of the pastor. I feel like it should be choppier. Alrighty, so that was the Eye of the Pastor. We were both trying to survive that day. Good. Wait, how does this sound? Wait. No worries, you guys. I have honorary mentions to other songs that did not quite make it, as the vacuum plays in the background. I have this one. No. A perfect song that would go hard while we have the video. Why can't we be friends? 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 I seen you around for a long I seen you around for a long time, yeah. I remember when you threatened my wife. Why can't we be friends? And the funny thing is that we can say they both allege the same thing. Not the funny thing. The ironic thing is that they're both saying the same threats. And the police department is also not very happy with the pastor, saying that, you know, their description of the police department's not very happy with the way that this pastor is accusing them of not doing anything. In other news, my observations on the other news are minor, because this one was closer to home. In other news, Candace Owens claimed on a podcast show that she was pregnant and aggressive, and I feel like she blamed it on the gender of the baby, but perhaps it's just a hormonal imbalance. I feel like she enjoys creating viral clips and played into the moment, unless she truly did not know she was pregnant until her audience started to ask questions. Does that explain why you like to dress like a bath curtain? No, just kidding. She was receiving compliments about her glow, and like they were like spotting baby bumps. So much for pregnant mommy sleuth. The irony that she cannot see her own pregnancy should not go unnoticed. The inner conservative war continues as both sides continue to argue and respond. Geez, Manny, try to use like a synonym here. Mom, can we have Palestine? No, son, we have Israeli-Palestine at home. It's called Candace Owens versus TPUSA. Owens has made some surprising claims about Erica Kirk switching sides from anti-Israel to pro-Israel. Tucker Carlson had an interview where he was asked about the attacks on Erica Kirk and her family. So he responded to that in a way that, with the interviewer, he was like, "Oh yeah, we should totally not, go after somebody's family and their children, and perhaps speculate on the quality of their marriage and the safety of their children." Like, oh, she's that will be for another episode. It's hard to keep up with everything. What was more interesting to me, more news on the ground without like a lot of commentary surrounding it, were the developments in Tyler Robinson's case. That's what I was doing while I was Ubering. I listened to a preliminary court hearing talking about the judge's ruling on the defense calling Twiggs, the partner of Tyler Robinson, as a possible witness. And I learned that the judge ruled against it. So that motion was quashed. If you want to learn that word. I learned about the standards in a preliminary court proceeding about how hearsay that pun intended, is more acceptable. It's a rough understanding so far, but the judge ruled against calling Twiggs as a witness. Devices belonging to the press and the public were not allowed. That was like the other major thing. But both teams will be able to use theirs. Okay, maybe this is why I should not summarize preliminary hearings while driving Uber. I only capture so much of it. I feel like our students also only able to retain so much information. Which means it's time for an emergency podcast, like Candace. Now, even in the YouTube comments, you can notice there were people expressing their complaints about corruption or like, oh, how can you take hearsay, you know? And like, I think we're so used to seeing like criminal court shows and like where hearsay there is not acceptable. We don't know the whole procedural part that goes before the trials and the cross examinations. Despite this month, I really don't know if I have pride in this episode, hee. But I don't really want to drag it out. No, printer, bad printer. Printer, do not interrupt a podcaster when he's speaking. Despite this month, I don't really know if I have pride in this episode. I feel very conflicted, but I don't really want to drag it out. But before I go, there is one honorary. Oops, poor guitar. There's one reaction that I want to make. About a funny Tucker Carlson reaction compilation, basically. Let me switcheroo here. Nope. No. Oh, okay. So there's my script. Beautiful job with my script, you guys. Editor, will we cut that out? You're not saying no. Why am I doing it again? Do it again. All right, let's watch it. Let's watch it. Ooh. Interesting. All right, so what we have here, what I want to try is this one. This one's pretty funny. Is there another one that's funnier? Tucker Carlson lasted for 5 minutes. Oh, so he's back or whatever that means? Interesting. Well, whatever you think of Tucker Carlson, you can't really like deny his influence on more of. Here, I'm gonna make myself like a little bit smaller. Whatever you think of Chris Tucky, you can't really deny that he's had a lot of influence in journalism and scandals within the Fox News after being let go, which is a nice way of saying that he was out there talking his stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, just watch me like a bad YouTube commentator.
America's supporting Israel because it's an ally.
Here comes the questions.
I don't even know what those words mean.
You know, a Jewish state. So whatever that means.
This man is suffering a deficiency of lacking in Webster's dictionary. I was gonna say vitamin D, and then I was like, do I really want to say that? The journalist here struggling with words.
The Jews, whatever that means. Islamic Jihad.
Wait, hold on.
So whatever that means. The Jews, whatever that means.
Just as Candace Owens, she's an expert on the Jews and their history and the Khazarian theory and the fact that they're in Hollywood running the show because I'm gonna have a real crash out. You can't tell me that. It's what. Yeah, am I currently right now going more after the right wing? And do I believe that left wing also engages with anti-Semitic tropes? Yes. But you can't tell me that Mr. I interview Nick Fuentes doesn't know what they're talking about when it comes to the Jews. Okay.
Islamic Jihad, whatever that is. Hezbollah, whatever that is.
Okay. Having a demonic encounter, whatever that means. Not so nice when they diminish your experiences. Also, okay, that was a petty move. Back to like more grounded commentary. So Hezbollah is designated as a terrorist group by many countries, or at least ours. And sometimes they'll be taken off the list, and sometimes they get put back. So fine, but it's not like it's not a real group of people with like actual military, actions. Man of many words, Mr. Manny. Whatever that means.
Zionism, whatever that is. The right, whatever that means. The right.
Boy, how could you not know what the right means?
Right, whatever that is. The right, whatever that is. Conservative movement, whatever that is.
If I was nicer, I'll be like, oh, maybe he's like deconstructing his political identity, whatever that means.
Conservatives, whatever that is.
Preppy sweaters, outfits with collared shirts, whatever that means. I find it ironic that I am a deeply religious person, and I was offended, which valid when Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, is posting some unhinged things during Easter, like you're allowed to be offended. I totally mischaracterized the Book of Esther here. Wants to be a biblical scholar, whatever that means.
Republicans, whatever that is, fighting for the soul of the party, whatever.
Accusing on TV about election fraud, whatever that means. We want to talk about audience capture. This is the same person who, behind the closed doors, was more of a critic. Okay, will YouTube be okay with this? Oh. Ooh, what? Mister, are you sober? Are you okay?
That means free market capitalism, whatever that
Are you capable?
Socialist, I'm not quite sure what that means.
You're not quite sure what socialism means. Okay. Again, consult a dictionary. Also, I'm not sure how I feel about people on the right pretending that they're like, oh, we never accuse people of being radical communists. Like, that never happens. Whatever.
I doubt he's anti-Israel. In fact, I know he's not. Whatever that means. We'll support Israel. Whatever.
Okay, Pride Month. I noticed that he's not giving a straight answer. That's my Pride Month joke.
Whatever that means. Judeo-Christian values, whatever those are.
This one's more interesting because whatever you think about Judeo-Christian values, if you're like, how much do we have in common with both religions? But it's not like we don't have anything in common either. Or if you think it's been like used by politicians and been like misused to like create a sort of like identity that doesn't feel authentic to Christianity, fair. You can criticize it, but don't pretend that it has like no meaning.
Holocaust are obviously I'm not. Whatever that means.
Obviously, whatever that means. Mister, I had Nick Fuentes, and they were both giggling about, I'm not a Fed. Are you a Fed? No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first. Okay, fine. Wow. See, Grok, I do have clear positions when I am emotionally triggered. But I can't believe, Mr. I don't know what you mean by a Holocaust denier after talking to Nick Fuentes and seeing what he posts. Especially when he is, in the liberty of his own home, like giving like a regular podcast and not having to soften his positions when he's like on national TV.
I'll use whatever those are. You're a Holocaust denier. Obviously, I'm not. Whatever.
No, you just platform a well-known Holocaust denier who thought that Stalin and Hitler were based because they were great men, because they had a great impact.
Whatever that means. White supremacists, neo-Nazis, whatever.
But they have a definition and set of beliefs.
That means rabbinic Judaism, which is something else that I don't even know if we should. I don't even know what that means. Any country fought a 7-front war, whatever that is.
7-front war is crazy.
Building the third temple in Jerusalem, whatever that is.
I don't understand what a verbal sentence is. Rebuilding the third temple. What does it mean to rebuild? Well, I think it's more like the feigning ignorance. Can you have a different view of like the prophecy and end times than like standard Christianity? Okay, fine. You can have a different view than evangelicals on this issue. Pentecostals, for this matter, are typically dispensationalists, which is another controversy, whatever that means. But I will say that at least you understand maybe the significance that other groups see, and like, oh, this is why the third temple is important. And if you believe they're crazy or they're like unhinged, you can believe that with all you want. But please don't deliberately try not to understand.
Support Islamic Jihad, whatever that is. Replacement theology. I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to.
I don't want to know what replacement theology is, even though it has like it's not like widely accepted and it's controversial and it's accused by those who oppose it as being anti-Semitic. But you can push back against it. But this just sounds like a refusal to like understand where these criticisms are coming from.
Is theocracy the answer? I don't know what that means.
The FBI found out the trades were, quote, innocuous, whatever that means.
Look up a dictionary, sir.
It's gay rights, whatever those are.
Hey, for Pride Month.
LGBTQ agenda, whatever that is. That Ukraine can win, whatever that means.
Win means defeating your enemy. If you mean at what cost, fair. Also, same guy who's like, oh, stop demonizing Putin, who does not play fair with his rivals politically.
Means, but to beat Russia, whatever that means.
It obviously means to go to Moscow to speak on economic forums and give glowing reviews and be received like Andrew Tate and Candace Owens very positively.
Picked it though, and you made it look like
I don't know what that means.
Oh, Chris Kumo, they're going at
Russia,
it.
whatever.
I mean, they're both like considered problematic, I suppose.
What that means.
You cherry picked it though.
This guy looks like he does some MMA on the side. This guy looks like he does some substances on the side. Just kidding. That would be defamatory if I was not joking.
And you made it look like
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what it means to pull something out of context. Never would expect this from Chris Kumo, from Tucker Carlson.
Right. I mean, they both.
I don't know what that means to be an ally.
I don't know what it means to help others in a partnership and give like military, aid or cybersecurity or whatever that means.
Why should I be afraid of China getting dominance, whatever that means?
You know what? Hassan Piker totally agrees with you. We love China. They actually have really good transport systems, and Kaya loved it.
Please tell me what it means.
All right, okay. I recognize the not the dog. That last part was a little bit like cheap shot. Is there another one? Can we have a palate cleanser? Since it's a birthday stream, let's do a little fun palate cleanser with one of my favorites. This YouTuber's it's just fun to watch. Yeah, that's what I wish I could have done for my birthday. Blast some music and just chill. Alright, and I don't want to get copyrighted. Music isn't coming from the radio, it's just Meatball's theme song. A spectacular beast. He looks like a retired bank teller. Let's do another one. Okay, so I like this one. Whenever
Okay,
you
Meatball.
feel discouraged, like something is too hard, just remember little buddy right here.
You think you can get up the steps?
You can do it.
Come on, sweet baby.
Yeah,
Do it.
sweet
Come on.
baby. If somebody talked to me like that, I would climb the steps.
Come on.
You can do it.
There's a pork chop up here waiting on you.
Oh, there's a fork chop for the boy.
Come on, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, sweet baby.
Yeah, you got
Mountain
this.
of love. Come on, baby.
Mountain of love. Yeah, a continent of love. I was gonna say it's not just a rock; it's a boulder. Here's what I'm struggling. I want to like give my own reaction visually so you guys can see. There we go. Thank you. Jeez, that was tough. Okay, like this. Sometimes it's better when I give my reaction and you guys can actually see it. So we're gonna put the green screen back on work mode. All right, here we go. Let's enjoy this video and maybe other, or maybe one more, because this one's called Meatball Alone, by the way.
Meatball, come on. Come on, let's do it. Come on.
You can do it.
Show them who you made of.
Show him that you're made of slabs.
Come on, Rocky.
Rocky, you gotta fight with
days.
Creed.
You gotta go up against Apollo Creed.
Yes, chat, I have watched this video before.
Come on. Come on, Meatball. Come on, baby, you can do it.
My goodness, where does he live? That looks like a really nice area.
People are looking over and laughing. Come on, baby, you can do it. Dun 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 dun. Come on, baby, you got it. Come on, honey. Oh, he's gonna do it. Come on, let's go in and drink some raw egg. Come on, baby.
How can you say no to those eyes?
Steps, but I can't get you.
Oh,
Come on,
you
baby,
got this.
You got it. Champ.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Get the pork chop. You earned it.
Good boy.
Nice. Okay, and then we have that one. That's a great one to like randomly put in your okay, ending to. This is supposed to be a palate cleanser, not more sad news. All right, let me put myself in regular mode here. Regular mode. And let me turn off the filters because I don't like having the filter when I'm just recording a regular Maxxinista Podcast episode. All right, so thank you for listening to the Maxxinista Podcast / clumsy live stream. Don't forget to like, subscribe, get a list, share, and leave a comment quickly before I regret this decision. Don't worry, everyone. I will continue to observe the news and provide you a highly satisfying podcast experience. Be well, and for everyone listening, Shabbat Shalom, Manny Som. Do we want to do this as a last thing? I don't have a chat telling me no. Oh yeah, this is just annoy the people. It's not because Mossad is telling me. Hava, Nagila Hava, listen to my podcast and buy my merch. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Venice Mecca. Oh, where's the Uruahim? I guess I just know that. Oh, there we go. Uruahim, Uruahim Bele Sameach, Uruahim Bele Sameach, Uruahim Bele Sameach. Okay, so that was great. Join me as I play other songs. Wow. Oh, there's an English version. Remember, it's because I'm pregnant with a podcast episode, and my boy is making me extra aggressive, and I'm not responsible for my choices, right? Right. So if my baby is making me feel more extra Zionist, not my fault. I say as I'm wrestling with not just with my political identities, but with this cable over here. So that was an extra bonus taste of the Maxxinista Podcast, where we never have Irish goodbyes. Don't ask Candace what she. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. I was gonna say, don't ask Candace what she believes about Italian and Israeli moms. Suddenly it goes back into the Jews are responsible for everything. Whatever that means. Have a great end of the month. Whatever that means. Have a great rest of your day. Whatever that means. I don't know what you mean by a day. I don't know what you mean by have a Nagila, maybe. I don't know. I just... Okay. You guys be well. Shabbat shalom and all that. Mr. Manny's back.
Stopping us. No, we never ever stop.